Wait for it, guys. Alright everybody, so by this point we all know how good Incandescent is as a perk. Today I just want to go ahead and give my opinions on the best weapons to have this perk on. The weapons that I believe get the most benefit out of running this perk. Anyways, with that being said, I got 3 main weapons and honorable mention. Let us begin. So starting off with our honorable mention, I have the Strident Whistle Vanguard Bow. Okay, I made a video on this a little bit ago. Basically, the reason why I like this thing so much is because it is a long range weapon, high damage arc type bow, allowing you to pick enemies off safely at a distance and still spread that scorch. Of course, at close range, it can still get the job done, but it can be a little bit finicky sometimes. But it's still one of my favorite weapons overall in the entire game to use. The reason why I can't put it higher is because you cannot put Enhanced Incandescent on it, and Enhanced Incandescent is really good. One of the few perks that actually makes a pretty significant difference compared to the non-crafted version or non-enhanced version. Moving on to third on our list, we have the Season 17 Callus MiniTool making its return after being sunset. Now, because this weapon was introduced right when Incandescent was introduced, we didn't have as many weapons to put Incandescent on, and because this was an SMG, it just drew so many people to it, myself included, and is an absolute beast at shredding lower tier enemies, especially at a closer ranges or when you just have enemies spawning everywhere, right? The reason why it's third on the list, however, is because, you know, the column 3 perks on this thing aren't the strongest. Threat Detector is pretty nice, but it's not the strongest. And I also feel like the power of Incandescent is the ability to just instantly get rid of one mob and then start spreading the scorch as fast as possible. And with it being an SMG, you can have some situations where you're not killing enemies fast enough and not really making the full use of its scorch. Not saying the Callus MiniTool is bad or anything. No way, not at all. I just like 2 other weapons a little bit more. If you want to craft the Callus MiniTool, you can focus Umbrals directly at the Crown of Sorrow or have it drop from Opulent Keys on the Deer Lick Leviathan. Moving into the next weapon on our list, coming in at the number 2 spot per se, we have the Wyllies Bane solar hand cannon making its return from King's Fall in Destiny 1, making its return with King's Fall in Destiny 2 towards the start of Season 18. Never thought I would ever say that this hand cannon is ranking high on any list of being good, but 2022 is here and it is a different version of it than it was in Destiny 1 by a long shot. The ability to roll things like explosive payload in the 3rd column and incandescent in the 4th column makes an absolute amazing combo. The reload on it can be a little bit sluggish, don't get me wrong, but the reason why I like it over the mini tool is because you can one-shot trash tier mobs, instantly spread scorch to another, one-shot another one, instantly spread more scorch, and you can get way more ignitions off consistently, allowing this thing to take more advantage of Incandescent, at least in my opinion, and from the times that I have found using this thing since I've crafted one. Wyllies Bane is the only craftable hand cannon in the game, and it is an absolute beast of a weapon. You obviously get it to drop from King's Fall. Of course, I know that can be hard for some players. If you are by yourself or don't have many other people to do a raid with, your best options are either LFG or blazingboost.com. I'll be leaving a link to Blazing Boost at the top of the description if you'd like to check that out. Wyllies Bane is an absolute beast hand cannon and well worth getting the pattern for 100%. However, there's one weapon that I like even more than the Wyllies Bane, and for some of you this is going to come to no shocker, but it's going to be the Fixed Odds LMG. This is a solar LMG that you get from the Duality dungeon. More specifically, Keitel herself drops it, and this is a weapon that I actually didn't go out of my way to farm. I just got the pattern from this naturally, farming the ever-living shit out of Keitel last season, and it was absolutely worth having, worth getting the pattern. A high-impact LMG with both enhanced field prep and enhanced incandescent allows this thing to absolutely shred, destroy, rip apart any large group of adds. It can down majors quicker than any weapons on this list. Obviously, because it's a heavy weapon, because it has field prep, you can easily have over 300 rounds for a high impact LMG. Absolutely amazing. Me and my buddy had this little bit of a meme, but because it's true that every activity, whether it's a raid, dungeon, anything, has a fixed odds encounter because this LMG is just that damn good. 3-man exhibition, I use this thing every time there. Absolute beast of a weapon. I've talked so much praise about this weapon in the past, and I'm talking more praise about it here. Let me know your favorite weapon down below. Be safe, and thank you for watching.
Get in.
I knew it!
He's right.
Wait, where'd he go?
I don't know.
You just run back in. He's got to be in the office. There's no way. Only red that I had.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow. You'll be saying wow
Wait.
every time you use this towel.
What the hell?
He's in the office. He's in the office.
What is wrong with you? Oh, he's in the kitchen.
Don't